Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me in studio at the market site in Times Square, New York City, we have Kosala Hemachandra, founder and CEO of MyEtherWallet, in town, of course, for NFT.NYC. And it really is quite incredible to see just how many people, I think it's over 22,000, have come together for this week in New York.
It's amazing. Times Square is taken over by all the NFTs and different images and all these different NFT projects. It's amazing to see.
It really is,
yeah.
Especially to see how different brands and the other use cases that are coming out for them. But let's talk about Ethereum for wallet.
Yeah.
MyEtherWallet, of course, it focuses on Ethereum.
Yeah.
What attracted you to it in the first place, and what still gets you excited about it?
Yeah, it's actually I have to go like slightly a couple of years, not a couple of years, actually 7 years back when I actually first got into Bitcoin. I started reading about it. I fell in love with like the architecture and how it works. And then around the same time, Ethereum yellow paper or the research paper came out, and immediately I started looking into it. I'm like, oh wow, this is 100x better than Bitcoin. And ever since then, I've been in love with Ethereum, to be honest. And all these like EVM chains are pretty similar to Ethereum as well. So MyEtherWallet is constantly adding different Ethereum-based chains as well. And it's just, you know, it's amazing to see like how much development is happening. I mean, NFT started because of Ethereum, and then ever since then, now like multiple other blockchains adopting it. Something new is always happening in this space.
Yeah, so you've been around for 7 years. That's a long time.
It is a long time.
In the crypto space. What's different about the volatility that we're seeing this time around, and how is MyEtherWallet preparing for that?
Yeah, so 7 years is like 50 years in crypto terms. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, we've gone through multiple different cycles of downturns, and like, especially in crypto. This is happening in like stock market, for example, as well. So we, as MyEtherWallet, we always try to think of the inevitable, like if this is gonna go down, because if it's continuously go up, then it's not sustainable. So whenever the markets are up, we try to think about, oh, how do we handle, or like, how do we save up enough to go through the downturn, or whenever the market is down. So, and always we think of the downturn as like the time to build new projects, like look at actual projects that survive the downturn, which means like those are actually like really good projects that we're planning ahead.
Yeah, and we've seen that with the other downturns. It's when we kind of see all the innovation and the different products come out. And NFT exposure in mainstream media has really given it a wider audience, not even just in media, but influencers, brands, everyone is adopting this. Can that help to onboard new users into more advanced uses of crypto?
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely something that we see. Even like to our website, we get a lot of users who are getting into the space just because they heard of NFTs, and they're like, I have to create a wallet in order to get this NFT, which means they're coming in just with the knowledge of NFTs. And I believe as a crypto company or wallet company, or like all the other crypto companies, it's like their duty to educate these users about like good and bad things about NFTs. Or like, for example, how to avoid a fake NFT, right? Like how to avoid a clone, things like that. And then at the same time, explain them about, oh, blockchain is not just NFT. NFTs are just part of it, and there's a lot more to it, and then where we can take it from here.
Many projects are choosing to launch and mint NFTs on other chains other than Ethereum. Does that put Ethereum's future in doubt at all?
I don't believe so, because Ethereum is, before Ethereum, it was just Bitcoin and then Bitcoin-like chains, similar, like basically meaning the only thing that you can do is transfer value, transfer tokens back and forth. And then Ethereum came up with the smart contracts, and like now things like NFTs or like other tokens can exist in one blockchain. And being the first also means like everyone will start using you, and then the first step into getting to the space will be Ethereum, and because of that, like Ethereum is kind of overcrowded now, and that's why we are seeing these gas price issues, but that's not an unsolvable problem. There are already working solutions, and already we are working on upcoming solutions that will like completely solve this issue. And the moment that happens, all these projects, which already started on Ethereum, will come back to Ethereum, and they make use of the next big technology.
And we mentioned before, over 22,000 people in the crypto space are here for NFT.NYC. What's your general impression of the vibe, and what are some of the trends that you see happening over the next year?
Yeah, so I mean, it's amazing to see so many people in the space, period, like in blockchain and getting into NFTs. And at the same time, I'm starting to see more and more people like interested in, how to convert the brand, or how to convert their products, and how to make use of this NFT technology to like solve their supply chain issues maybe. Eventually, I'm looking for a future where it's not just about JPEGs as NFTs, it's about like real estate as NFTs, or like pink slips, like house deed could be an NFT as well. Pink slip to a car could be an NFT, or like ownership certificate to a Rolex watch could be an NFT. I'm looking for a future more like that in maybe next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
I think it's interesting because that was one of the trends I picked up on here as well. And of course, a consensus a couple of weeks ago, how brands have really adopted NFT technology with some pretty big velocity here, not only to unlock specific experiences or specific product, but as another form of distribution and engaging their audience and creating special social experiences as well. And I think that's a key for them too. It's not just your traditional Web 2.0 communication via social or traditional advertising, but they're really embracing this as another distribution channel.
Exactly. So because like NFTs brings this ownership, like it's the moment that you convert something to an NFT, it's already verified on the blockchain. The whole ownership chain could be tracked on the blockchain, and then auction marketplaces already exist. So they don't have to build any of these like extra stuff in order to publicize or make it more popular in the space. They just have to convert their existing product to an NFT, and then everything is already be available to them. So it's amazing.
All right. Appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.